Okay, yay, hi. I probably could have turned my lights on better in here before we went live. Oh well.
Oh well. That's going to be the theme of this live show. Oh
Oh
well.
well. Yeah, so speaking of, we're here for the Junie B. Jones read-along. Penultimate live show. Which seems crazy. It does
Yeah.
seem crazy.
But also I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be over. I'm sad about the nonfiction situation ending. I
We
know
can keep using
I've talked
nonfiction.
about like doing a nonfiction thing still after a brief break, but no definitive plans on that. But today we're combining June and July, even though today is August 3rd.
Today we're combining Junie and July.
Right. Yeah, life got busy, and we also read Why We Sleep by this man, Matthew Walker, which I'm excited to talk about this. I don't have like clear points, but I think like the discussion will be good. So Lizzie said the stream's being weird, but she thinks it's her problem.
Yeah, I don't know if it's streaming weird because it's working on my end. Like you're perfectly clear.
Yeah. Same.
So
Would he though? At what time of day? At what time of day, Lizzie, would he approve? Yeah, do you think that's interesting? I want to talk about Junie B. Jones before I talk about the sleep book. I want to talk about Junie B. Jones because there's just a lot to be said about sleep.
Yeah. Warning also that because we have a lot to go through today and also we're both tired, we are not doing a chapter by chapter analysis of Junie B.
Yeah, we pre-discussed. We're going to talk about feelings, key points, a couple funnies, and move on through each book. Especially, I don't think anybody's here who also read the Junie B. Jones with us at this point.
Right. It's just us.
This is for our entertainment and a brief telling our friends if they were good.
Lizzie, he would not approve.
Lizzie, you can't. You got to stop it. Cut it out. You're going to die. That's literally how I felt the whole book. He's like, oh, you do this thing? You're going to die.
So on that note...
on that note, first, Junie B. Jones.
The first one we read was One Man Band, right?
Correct.
Okay. How'd we rate it?
That one I believe I gave 3 stars.
I also gave it 3 stars. It was so mid.
Yeah.
And I looked back at my highlights. Well, I guess we can tell Lizzie the premise of this one first. So they're supposed to have, is it like a kickball tournament or something?
Yes. And Junie B gets hurt.
Yeah, Junie B can't play, and also Sheldon can't play.
This one was nostalgic to me. I just want to say that. I did remember parts of this, but I feel like not because I read it when I was little. I feel like Mabel maybe handed it to me a month ago.
Fair enough. Always possible at this point. I don't think this one was nostalgic for me. I don't remember having read it, and nothing in it jogged my memory.
Oh, mine was so there's supposed to be a kickball tournament. Junie B. Jones is hurt because she was practicing for the kickball tournament and kicked her mother's watering can that was full of water, which hurt her toe. So she was too injured to play. I remembered the kicking of the water can.
That's fair. I hadn't until you just said it.
Okay. Junie B. Jones is hurt. And somebody else is also hurt. Can't remember which man that was. Okay.
Sheldon, because he has to be ridiculous at all times.
Right. And so instead of participating in the kickball tournament, the teachers yeah, they decide they're going to do a halftime show. But Sheldon's not a good friend. He did not hold it down, and he like kind of runs away. But Junie B holds it down because she decided that she wanted to learn to juggle.
Correct.
She's been practicing, and girly not getting it. She's not. She's told everyone she's going to juggle for this halftime show. Didn't figure it out in time. But Then Sheldon bails on her and is like, I can't do it. He runs away. And then last minute, she, for the first time ever, it finally clicked and she juggled. So now she's a star.
Correct.
That's the premise.
Yeah. I have to say, in the first grader series, Sheldon is such good comic relief to me because, like, some of the other characters, like Lucille, yeah, we've gotten her quips the whole series. And so Sheldon is like a new addition to that. So, for instance, in chapter 3, he says to Mr. Scary, even though I came back to school today, I'm still not totally right up here. And Mr. Scary says, oh, yes, Sheldon, I'm very aware of that. And so his whole, like, he's just kind of weirdo. Like, at one point in the book, he plays cymbals and then he does a somersault, and Junie B is like, I don't know why he did that. Like, that's the vibe.
This kid's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just reading some of my notes to give the funny ones.
I had a journal entry that I took a screenshot of because it's impossible to highlight these journal entries.
I was able to.
Did you read on Kindle or Libby?
Kindle, of course.
I read on Libby, so
always when possible. Tell me.
But it's when she really doesn't want to play in the halftime show. It says, I am at school. I do not know what went wrong. On account of this morning, I told mother I broke my leg, and then I limped and limped all over the house. And the next thing you know, I was on the bus. I am wearing the halftime costume mother made for me. My hat is made out of an oatmeal box. I look like a nitwit.
Yeah. I mean, I do, at this point, I am just appreciating, like, she mentions a lot stuff that has happened in previous books.
Yeah.
Which is something when we were reading Magic Treehouse that I, like, kept saying, or, like, we all kept talking about, of, like, this is so... The time and space continuum doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I was disgusted that the nurse took the ice bag from her foot and put it straight to the other kid's face.
I did not even clock that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, also when Junie B's mom picks up Junie B and Sheldon to bring them home. And you'll appreciate this if you enjoy Sheldon being weird.
I do.
He says they put the windows down, and Sheldon says, I like wind. Wind makes my cheeks flap. I thought that was funny.
Sheldon's a little freak. Love him. That's all that I had to say about that one.
Okay, I have to make sure because I feel like there were some good things. Oh, Ollie's now only saying the word moo. Was a big fan of that, which continued again through these. This one, when Junie B gets in trouble, she said, after that, Daddy picked me up and he carried me to my room for a timeout. It was not unexpected.
I also highlighted that one.
Okay. And then mine was the journal entry that you already mentioned. Yeah. So that one was mid. It was, yeah, okay, good. Classic Junie B. She said funny things. Like, it did highlight quite a bit of stuff through that one, but we know what she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's being herself.
Then we read Shipwrecked.
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes I'm like having to read some of my notes to remember the premise of each of them.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone was sick.
Yeah, everyone was sick and they were putting on this Christopher Columbus play for Parents' Night.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so she wants to be in the play. She had to find facts so that whoever had the most facts got to pick their part first. And then Junie B thought that Christopher Columbus wasn't going to be the most important part. She thought that being the boat was the most important part, being the fastest boat. And then her and May were just arguing the whole time because May was like, the fastest doesn't mean it's the best. My boat actually carried Christopher Columbus, and they were being mean the whole book.
Yeah.
And everyone was spreading germs.
Correct.
Scared of getting sick.
Yeah. So what'd you rate it?
I think I gave that one 3.5. Yep,
So
3.5.
I gave it 3.5 stars too.
Oh my gosh, we're the same. We are literally the same.
Locked in. Yeah, I feel like this one was slightly more entertaining to me than One Man Band. I also did not have memories of this though.
Oh yeah, I feel like in general I don't remember the first graders.
I remember the early first graders.
I'm so fond of these characters, and I'm like, no, where's that Grace? Like,
I do miss that Grace, but I love Jose and Herbert and all of them. Like, I just love, I don't know, that she's got this friend group. It's so nice.
I would rather have that Meanie Jim than May. I'm just being honest.
That's fair. Meanie Jim is better than May, especially considering the canon events of Mushy Gushy Valentine.
Right, like is he Meanie? We're not sure.
They are fated.
Okay. Oh yeah, a kid literally barfed in the classroom at the beginning of this, which like gives me the biggest ick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would also.
We did get to see our friend the janitor though.
True. I'm a big fan of the janitor.
And
also,
like
a big part of this,
by the like dust.
Yeah. A big part of this is that somebody says something about germs spreading just by breathing the air. So for most of this book, they're all plugging their noses.
Yeah, until Mr. Scary points out that they're still breathing just through their mouths.
Well, and isn't the nurse like actually, because the nurse comes to like educate them on how viruses are spread, and she's like, you actually shouldn't touch your face.
Yeah. No, they were all kind of shocked by that. One really funny like kid moment that got to me was when Lucille, like the nurse, was educating them about viruses, and Lucille got really excited because she was like, my Nana grows viruses all over the place, and she meant irises.
Yeah.
And that made me laugh.
Also, the comments about Mr. Scary says, I've been around a long time, and believe me, no one has ever sneezed germs directly up my nostrils. I highlighted that knowing it was going to be foreshadowing.
Yep. I also I think he's talking to Sheldon again. We're not doing a full body scrub, son. Your face.
He took his shoes off. Like homie was about to have a sponge bath, right?
It was good. So they decided to do this Christopher Columbus play.
I had one I really liked in this book, actually, because it's so me. I can't keep a secret. I tell everybody all of my business all the time. It's me coded. And she was like, I'm not telling everybody what part I want. And then she like starts to tell everyone, and I highlighted. And so that day at lunch, I whispered my secret to everybody in room 1. But that was all.
Yeah. Another thing I liked was when May said that she wanted to play the Mayflower, and she was like, get it? Because it's the name of me. And Mr. Scary was like, I get it, but we can't change history, so I'm afraid the Mayflower won't be sailing in our Columbus play.
Yeah. Okay.
So Jose is Columbus.
Oh, and May and Junie B have a big crash because they both want to win at the play, be the most important, and so they're in trouble the whole time.
This casting moment is great. Then my bestest friend Herbert chose to be Land, and that is the most importantest role of all, almost, because without Land, you can't actually land, probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The casting in general was funny because like the twins decided to were the ocean, and like
May had to go last because all her facts were about the dumb Mayflower and not about Columbus.
Yeah. And the last thing I highlighted in this whole book was that weekend was the longest day of my life.
Relatable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like skimming mine to see if there were any good.
I didn't have anything that.
Oh, their thing that they kept saying about parents' night is like that it was a chance for the parents to poke their noses in their business.
Yeah.
This chapter where they're actually at parents' night, Junie B says, and they were even snooping in our test papers. All of the children had tension in us because every test can't be a gem, you know?
Facts.
And then I think I took a screenshot of a journal entry. Let's see if it's any good.
The journal entries I do think were good in this like whole set. Sometimes they're stupid, but
yeah. The journal entry is just about, she was saying like, I'm going to take all the blame for what happened. That'll be big of me, and I definitely won't mention that it was all May's fault.
Right.
That's all I have on that one.
Boo, and I mean it.
Boo. Also, are our friends alive out there?
I don't know. Yeah, there's people here, if that's the question you're.
Okay, great.
They're listening to us explain these books.
Yeah.
They're invested. I'm invested.
Okay, Boo and I mean it. What'd you give it?
2.5.
I gave it 3.5.
Okay. We're no longer the same.
Yep. It diverged.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is Halloween's coming up. Junie B is scared because what's his name from Polly Allen Puffer told her scary things about Halloween from his 8th grade brother. So she's scared and doesn't want to get her costume. Maybe you need to explain this better than me because you're passionate about it.
I wouldn't say I'm passionate about it. Anyway, she chose to be a clown because she was like, the only way to be witches is to be something scarier. And there was this one clown that was harassing Grandma Helen at the fair, the circus, somewhere. And so she
Grandma Helen's scared of clowns, for sure.
Yeah, she wanted to be this clown. And I forget like the climax of the book, but she was this clown.
Yeah, she was in fact a clown. I do want to talk about the 5 things that she's scared about.
Okay.
I highlighted the journal entry. Number 1, real monsters and witches go trick-or-treating on Halloween. Only they don't even wear costumes on account of everybody thinks they're already dressed up. But they're not. They are wearing their real actual face and clothes. Number 2, do not carve pointy, sharp teeth in your pumpkin, or else it will roll into your room while you are sleeping and eat your feet.
Facts.
Number 3, bats like to land on your head and live in your hair. Number 4, this is straight facts here, this one. Black witch cats can claw you into shreddle. And number 5, the real kicker, candy corn isn't real corn. And then after the journal entry, I put down my pencil again and I read over the secrets. That candy corn one is shocking, I tell you.
Later, she's telling that secret to somebody. I think maybe Herbert, and he says, no, that can't be true. Yeah. Candy corn has got to be corn. It has corn right in its exact name. Plus, it even looks like corn, kind of. And so if it isn't corn, what kind of vegetable is it?
Well, yeah. And they both discussed that like, that's the one that, like, that one's probably not true, but the rest definitely are true.
Yeah. Yeah. In the first chapter, I just want to touch on this briefly because it was hysterical to me. Mr. Scary notices Junie B doing something that she shouldn't. Yeah. He calls her out for it, and May is like, finally, like, you're doing your job here. Because she was like, you told me not to tattle anymore, so like, I'm glad that today you're on the ball.
Yeah.
And Junie B goes on to spell tattletale, or try to, but it's a series of unfortunate events
10 times
because she keeps spelling it wrong. And first, Mr. Scary looked down at me. He shook his head no. Then she tried again. Mr. Scary did a wince. Then she took one more crack at it. Mr. Scary closed his eyes. I put my head back down on my desk. He covered me up with my sweatshirt. I appreciated that.
Yeah. Like she was trying to hide under her sweatshirt before that, and he's essentially like, "You like Junie, what's wrong?" And then he's so disappointed that he's just like, actually.
And it's just one of those moments that reminds me that, listen, I loved Mrs., especially by the end of the kindergarten books, but I love the dynamic that Junie B has with Mr. Scary.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this in previous ones that I had a lot of male teachers that I like really, really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When she goes home and she's hanging out with Philip, Johnny, Bob, they were real tight in this like set. I feel like we got a lot of Philip, Johnny, Bob, her stuffed elephant, but she was laying down to try to avoid going to get her Halloween costume. And she says, "Me and Philip, Johnny, Bob took a real nap. It was an accident."
Because both of us are too old for naps, but sometimes naps just happen.
Yeah.
Lizzie's like, retweet.
Yeah. This one I just think is funny when she says stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So they're finally going Halloween shopping. She gets her clown costume, whatever. And they go to her neighbor's house, the first one. And it says, "Grouchy Mrs. Morty lives all by herself with grouchy Mr. Morty."
Yeah. Here's another classic Junie B-ism that I really love. She says to her mom when they're going shopping, "Okay, here's a little change of plans. I think I will go home now."
Yeah. Classic Junie B.
Just then a boy walked by and he saw me getting snapped at. I asked mother to tone it down a notch. I will not be saying that comment again, probably.
She was not impressed. But Junie B says something to mother while they're there also that then she says her mom like does one of these and is like clearly laughing. I forgot what she does right when she does that, but
yeah, I don't remember either. She has another good moment with her mom later. She says, "Just then we heard a knock on my door. I did not say come in, but mother came in anyway. That is a bad habit of hers."
Yeah, period. This one, okay, the last thing I have is mother saying when someone gives you a gift, you always, always, always say thank you. I scratched my head at that interesting news. Really? No kidding? I said thank you can be a fib, apparently? Who knew?
There was a moment that made me think of a John Mulaney bit because she's yelling, "Scatter, people, scatter!" And there is a similar John Mulaney bit, so I just had to call that out. And this one is the start of Junie B's criminal record. It's about grouchy Mrs. Morty. So it says, "Their yard has lots of lawn decorations in it. Only do not accidentally take a little elf from their garden, or else grouchy Mrs. Morty will threaten to call the cops."
Yeah.
That's all I have from this one.
That's a shame. Okay, that one was mid for me. Good talk. Jingle Bells.
The first chapter being the tattletale conversation really set the tone for me. That was way too funny for me.
Yeah, it started high. I'm also not that invested in Halloween as a holiday.
That is fair. So let's switch holidays.
Okay. Jingle Bells, Batman smells. P.S. So does May.
This is one of the most nostalgic Junie B books for me. I owned a physical copy of this in hardcover and read it many a time. This was a prized possession of mine as a child.
I'm, to be honest, like kind of sick of the whole May versus Junie B situation, which like kind of ends up being the point of this one. But for most of it, I was like, can you two stop?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think just because I owned this one and I really didn't own that many of them because it was like a lot to pay for a hardcover, like of one of these books.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This one's very nostalgic for me.
Yeah. The same. I did give this one 3.5 stars.
I gave this one 4 stars. Nostalgia probably did play a role in that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one they're buying gifts for their families and also pulling secret Santas. Relatable. But I don't remember where we start because I didn't highlight anything until chapter 3, apparently.
Oh, this was just a good quote, snooping in someone's journal is an invasion of their piracy.
Mm-hmm. Actually, all the journal entries had a lot of funny to me, like words she misspelled and then crossed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some more Sheldon being silly. It says Sheldon is very allergic to dust particles. Also, he is allergic to hoagies and dairy products and nature.
Everything.
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 The hoagies really sells me.
Yeah.
So they're talking about allergies because Sheldon is sneezing a lot, and Mr. Scary is rushing to Sheldon's desk to try and give him.
Yeah.
And Sheldon's already wiping his nose on his shirt sleeve, and he said, "Ha! I beat you again, Mr. Scary. I beat you at that race every time I sneeze." And Mr. Scary says, "I told you before, Sheldon, we are not racing."
Like, I'm trying to get you a Kleenex so you don't wipe your snot on your sleeve again, bro.
Then their class, for some reason, is picked, because they were like the best in music class all year. They were picked to lead the singing of Jingle Bells, so they got to wear silly bell hats, which Lucille did not like. And during the performance of that, Junie B changes the lyrics, even though May told her that if she did, she would tell on her, even though she was supposed to not be telling on anyone anymore. I do love the sentiment here. I looked at that girl. May is off her rocker, I believe. That's good. So the lyrics that she actually sings to make May tattle on her are Jingle Bells, Batman smells, P.S. so does May. I'd throw May right off the sleigh, and then I'd drive away.
I mean,
artistry.
Right.
Slay, literally.
For real.
I would also like to appreciate the children's commentary on general lyrics. For example, in 12 Days of Christmas, Junie B asks Herbert, "What would you do with 10 Lords of Weeping, do you think?" And he says, "I'd take them back for store credit."
Yeah, I highlighted that as well. Okay, and then I don't have anything until they go to look at the gift options.
I have one, because basically what happened with Secret Santa is she's left with the last name possible.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Scary is like, "Hooray, you get the final name." And she says, "Okay, see, one name left is not actually called choosing. One name left is called take it or leave it."
Yeah.
And
She's
of course, it's May.
It's May.
It's gonna be May.
Thank you for that. I really needed that. I liked when they're looking at the gifts, the gift options. She freaks out because there's glow-in-the-dark barrettes. And she's always wanted one of these things. And then she says, "Because if you lose your hair in the dark, you will always, always be able to find it."
So good. I have a little exchange between her and Mr. Scary from a little before that.
Okay, yes, please.
Where she says she hates May. And he says, "You know I don't allow that word in my classroom, Junie B. We do not hate in room 1. And she says, "But I am not hating in room 1. I am hating in the hall." And he says, "We don't hate in the hall either." I raise my eyebrows real curious. Really? No kidding. A lot of children will be surprised to hear that. I just love the really? No kidding that she always does. Because that's a new to first grade thing. Are you gone?
Please come back. Okay, I think it's back.
I hear you. Okay. Hello?
I think that was my Wi-Fi issue.
Okay. That made me really sad because I said something funny, like a funny quote, and then you were at first I did not realize you were frozen, and so you were just looking like this. And so I thought it was like really unfunny. Hello.
Are we good now?
Now we are. But okay, did you hear my story about me being like, but you paused?
No.
Okay. I was trying to tell you that you paused in a way that was like, it kind of hurt my feelings because I was telling you something funny and then you were paused in a way that like made it look like you did not think it was funny. And as I was telling you that story, you paused in a way that made it seem like that story was not funny either. It keeps happening to me.
I'm back.
Oh no. I need to stop telling this story because she keeps leaving during it. Also, thank you to Connor. I am funny. I know that. The internet is against me right now. Oh my gosh.
Why is there two of me?
I don't know. Did you hear my story though? Hello.
I'm getting mad.
Do you hear me? Oh no. Hello. What are your children watching down there?
Is it working now?
I watched you type that message.
Okay, but nothing. I can't. Like, you guys are you're cutting in and out for me.
Okay, well. Do we want to try to keep going?
Might be working back.
Do I just need to stop telling you the same story over and over again? Because I feel like that's triggering the freeze.
No, I don't. I'll watch it back later. Okay, it still keeps coming in and out.
Yeah, I know. At this
Continue to discuss.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Love you.
Love you. There's this one scene where she says, mothers, they're all the same. They think children lose everything and we don't. Herb says, I know we don't. It's ridiculous. After that, he came back and looked at my desk. Can I borrow a pencil? I lost mine. It's just me now. Let me see. I'm looking for... Oh, yeah. So they go to buy the stuff, and there's like a PTA mom basically there. And she's like, some of you might know my son, Jeff. Jeff is a big third grader. Roger raised his hand in the air. I know Jeff Hooks. He said, Jeff Hooks stole my milk money last year. His mom did not take that well. Bailey, I don't know if you're with us, but she's not. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, this was really sad. So May says, my father says that friends should never borrow money from each other. So Junie B claps her hands and says, then it's perfect because you and I aren't friends. I don't even like you, May. Plus, listen to this. I'm not even borrowing the money. You're just giving it to me and I'm not paying you back. So that's absolutely crazy work. And of course, having a Secret Santa is really, really important to May. And she's excited about it the whole time. And Junie B was going to try to give her charcoal, which is so sad. She's like, having a Secret Santa is like having a best friend. And then everybody's like, well, we already have best friends. So then I was really sad for May. And on the day of the Secret Santa, Abby makes a great point. Charcoal is great for drawing, but I don't think that's what Junie B had in mind. So on the day of Secret Santa, May is, hi Bailey, May is dressed all in red and green. See my socks, one is red and one is green. Lenny stared at her feet. When my grandfather does that, we make him go back and change, he said.
I can't tell when I'm here or not here, so I don't want to say anything and then cut out really bad.
That's fair. I've shared several comments now, so I'm just gonna keep going. And then of course
I asked Chris to reset the Wi-Fi so that I can properly discuss why we sleep.
Sounds good. I'll keep Junie being for right now.
I love you.
I love you too. So Junie B ends up doing the right thing, obviously, and she gives May the toy that she had bought for herself, which was like a whoopee cushion, but for burps. I don't know how that works. But it is a thing. And then her Secret Santa got her new crayons, and she's like, who knew I needed new crayons? And the whole room is like, everyone knew you needed new crayons because you never shut up about it. So that's this book. It's a fun, silly time. And it was my favorite of the past 2 months, Junie B. And we'll just wait here to see if Bailey truly comes back. She kind of seems like she's here now, but she's not responding to my voice. So never mind, she's not here. So that we can talk about why we sleep, because I feel like that was a pretty fascinating one. Abby, you were so right. Crayons are great for drawing. And Junie B was excited because I think like the red one was pointy and not stubby or something like that. Thanks, Lizzie, for the hype. I'm doing my best. Bailey just occasionally laughing at the comments is, yeah. How you doing, bestie?
I'm like, I asked Chris if he reset it because I like just came back, so I'm hoping that means I'm back.
Okay, well, we'll give you a minute and we'll see if you're back. Backstreet's back. All right. Nope, that's sent her. That sent her away. Okay, Ruby, so sorry. Yes, your Just Martine comment was funny. Abby is being a complete savage right now, though. Love you, Abby. Well, so anyway, the best part of this is it's not even on my channel. It's on Bailey's channel.
Right, like I'm fighting for my life.
Do we want to try to discuss why we sleep?
The Wi-Fi's been reset, and then I left and came back. So hopefully that is it.
Okay, and I won't make any more Backstreet Boys jokes because that ruined it the last time. So.
Oh, sorry.
No, like that's what that caused you to freeze.
Oh.
So telling the same story over and over
don't
again.
Do it.
I reached the same point every time, and then you froze.
This is hilarious to me.
Yeah. No, Abby's been a great delight in this chat, keeping me going as I've been solo hosting this for a minute.
I'm sorry. Chris is really trying to, because he just texted me and said, I went on the Wi-Fi app and disconnected every device other than your laptop also.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, why we sleep?
Yeah, why do we sleep?
Yeah.
Why don't we sleep is the real question.
That's actually an excellent question. I don't know why more people don't sleep. Why? No, I mean, why more people... Wait. Yeah, why more people don't sleep.
Yeah.
No, why more...
No, that's correct.
I'm losing it. I need sleep.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm actively working today on a bad sleep night, so.
Yeah, that's...
Can you specify what part this is? I can also look. It's literally right here. I'm holding it in my hands. Okay, cancer, heart attacks, and a shorter life. Sleep deprivation in the body.
Am I the only one that finished this book completely?
I basically finished it.
Okay, then what are you rating it?
Yeah, I didn't consider that. I think like enjoyment will be low, but like the value is high.
Mm-hmm.
I think because we've read so many nonfictions together, I've expressed before that like I don't like consuming something that's more textbooky, which I would explain this at, is just like obviously harder to consume. And I definitely think if I wasn't reading it for something like this, there would have been sections I would have like more skimmed or skipped.
Mm-hmm. You did skip a section.
I skipped the section about alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think there's like such valuable things in here also. Probably high. 3.5, 4.
I rated it a 4-star.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is part of the book.
Correct.
Because of capitalism.
You see, so you don't need to read the book to understand.
Yeah. Abby already been new.
Yeah. So yeah, what are some big takeaways we're getting from this book?
I'm gonna die.
I mean, we're all going to die.
No, I mean the main point that he says in the end is that like if you're only gonna do one thing is to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. And I think I, for the most part, do that other than when I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very much like, one night of messing this up is detrimental. Like everything is just like
never earn it back.
Don't even do it one time. Yeah. I actually think this was interesting because I thought that he didn't dog on caffeine too bad.
Mm-hmm. Like, except calling it the most abused.
Well, yeah, but we know that.
Yeah.
I also feel like, but that's anything, because I also usually say the same thing about alcohol, is just like people don't say like, oh, this is a drug, this is bad, because it's legal and like so commonly used.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always someone who's like, I think that caffeine is like so addictive. Like I always talk about caffeine as if it's a drug.
Yeah, well, it is, but I think even compared to things like alcohol or tobacco, there are no regulations on caffeine.
Right. Yeah.
Any age can ingest caffeine. Some
Yeah,
people, like, I mean, Panera's in those lawsuits because of that charged lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't drink caffeine, period, but that's a health-related concern.
Oh, yeah. No, this was not good for Alzheimer's fears. I agree.
Or really any health fears.
Yeah, like you better sleep. Literally, I'm like, you better sleep or you're gonna die.
You better put this book down and sleep right now, or it's over for you.
Me reading this today, just so tired all day.
Yeah. An early afternoon nap, Lizzie. Early afternoon.
It is like naps are good, but if it's too late in the day, it's affecting you going to sleep too much.
Right, because you, like, the nap 4:30 into, like, whatever time you said earlier is crossing into early evening, and he was like, no matter what, don't sleep in early evening.
Yeah, that's facts. That he did say that. Yeah, that's crazy. Students, children. That's hilarious. Yeah. I like not only I think this is interesting as a group. My perception of you, Martine, is that you have pretty good sleep.
Correct.
I think I try to have pretty good sleep. But I think us as a group, we all sleep pretty differently.
I would say I have excellent sleep hygiene, but because of my different, like, my medical needs, we don't always sleep well. And I would also say, because of my medical condition, I require even more sleep than most people.
I mean, that's always a concern for me, is just the amount of sleep. I also don't sleep well. But now that I don't have as much sleep opportunity, I do fall asleep a lot easier than like I did in high school.
I did appreciate that he talked about it as giving yourself ample sleep opportunity instead of being like, if you're not asleep for 8 hours, then the world is going to end. But he was like, try to like be in bed.
Yeah.
Not looking at something.
Yeah.
8 to 9 hours.
Yeah, which is like definitely I would like to prioritize that for myself. What's hard for me is like I I physically can sleep later, like even to get my kids ready and out the door. I would not have to get up until like probably 6:30,
Mm-hmm.
but well, we get up at 5:30
Yeah.
because I don't know, talk to them kids. That's a them issue. For real. But also not true.
Yeah. I do not have unlimited energy, but I would say I tend to have a pretty abundant amount. I ration it carefully for important moments. For instance, very important for me to dance the entire time.
Yeah, that was really important.
And I would say like I'm more protective of my sleep and rest than like a lot of people our age, and I would say all of my classmates.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like especially your age, like in college, I don't know, I always just feel like my evenings are so short.
Mm-hmm.
So I do get that pressure of like me saying today, like, oh, now I have to move my bed to 9 o'clock. Like that's just not realistic. How am I gonna go to bed at 9 o'clock? But I also like am not in control of pushing my bedtime back. I
Right.
mean my wake time back.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking
There were
thoughts.
other things that like stood out to me too. Oh, the like decreasing of temperature.
That is something I
For
actively
me.
do every night.
Oh, because that was something to me that I was like, okay, that's something I can try.
Mm-hmm. So on really hot days outside, I keep my apartment during the day on 69 degrees, like pretty chilly. But every night I put my temperature down 2 degrees to go to sleep.
Mm. Yeah, I'm like a 70 degrees all the time now.
Absolutely not. I want to be snuggling.
Yeah. Which like I do think is comfortable. No, it was literally like 6 hours of sleep, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, to Ruby's point, I do not think he talked about people who are better with more sleep necessarily, except maybe teenagers. He talked about that at some point.
Yeah.
Um,
He also didn't compare men to women, like, ever, I don't think.
yeah. And I don't think he talked about parenthood at all.
No, but there were things that I could take from
Well, yeah, but like I feel like there have to have been sleep studies on parents.
Oh, he mentioned, like, being a parent as something like, he mentioned that in the case of, like, um, night shift nurses, like, it was mentioned, and, like,
Yeah.
also new parents was in that, like, grouping of people who yeah. It ever doesn't seem I mean,
Hmm.
that's I feel like a thing that is to the your, like, circadian rhythm.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, do you mean, Abby, that if you get 8 hours at 10 p.m., that means you're waking up at 6 a.m. and that doesn't align with your circadian rhythm? But if
Right.
you wake up at 8 a.m., that feels good?
Yeah.
That's how I'm reading it. Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
That's what I was also getting.
Yeah. I would say my biggest sleep problem is, heck yeah, is 3 a.m. because I feel like my blood sugar dips at like
Mm,
3 a.m. every night, and I have to
interesting.
get up and pee and have a snack.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a night eater. Chris's dad is a really bad night eater. Like, Chris's dad has a meal in the middle of the night.
It doesn't have to be much. I will have one piece of candy,
Right.
that will help regulate it, but, like, I'll be shaking and can't. Like, I
Yeah,
need
I'm
to.
a bedtime potty breaker, but also he did talk about, like, to not drink too much fluids before bed, and, like, I do that, so
Yeah, I do that, one, because I already get dehydrated too easily as part of my condition, so, like, I can't stop drinking, but also somehow I maybe this is too much information, but anyway, I do pee more times in the late evening before I fall asleep. Like, my body's trying to get rid of it, you know?
yeah.
But it doesn't
I
always
also
work.
feel like that could be an anxiety thing.
Maybe.
Okay, good talk.
Good talk. Other things about sleep. Oh yeah, I was reading this around the trip to the wedding, which
Yeah.
was just horrific timing to be reading it because
Yeah.
I got like 4 hours of sleep and then it would be like,
You're
"You're
gonna
gonna
die.
die."
That's how I have been feeling the whole time I've been reading it.
And it was like, "You can't make that up." And I was like, "Yeah, but I can also never get back this time with my friends."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited, Lizzie, for you to read it also because I feel like you have sleep things and you being like, should I just skip it? And I was like, absolutely not.
Gotta know about
There's
sleep.
valuable information in there, I think. Yeah, like it generally did make me fearful, this book,
Mhm.
but like also I feel like I have a little kick in my butt to like try to do better.
Right, I do feel like a lot of people have maybe not been scared enough about lack of sleep and just
Yeah.
treat it as like whatever. Like even my classmates will make jokes about it, um, about how little they slept as if
Right, like
I'm impressed by it, and
right.
I'm not.
I mean, he talked about in the book like men who are like right, try to say it as something impressive and it's like you're screwing yourself. Like
Yeah.
this is not good for you. Right.
Yeah. It's always been baffling to me because I am very protective of my sleep when my classmates boast about how little they get, and I'm like,
My
I'm
thing
not
is like
impressed by
especially when
you.
it's for stupid reasons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which it often is. And was am I hallucinating this, or did he write about like, no, I'm pretty sure he wrote about this, like in the concept of all-nighters, one reason it's really stupid is because you slow down, and if you just slept and
Right.
then tried again tomorrow, you do it infinitely faster. And I feel like that's a problem that a lot of my
Mm,
classmates have, where they just like try to keep going.
I
And
don't think he talked about it in terms of like speed, but he talked about in terms of like actually learning like how valuable the sleep is. Like you are going to test better by like sleeping and cementing that information into your brain.
well, right. So, but in my mind, like if the point is to actually learn the information, then either if you're learning it tired, you will learn it slower because it will take more times through it for it to get into
No,
your brain.
I don't remember him talking about it being necessarily slower,
Okay.
but maybe. I think it was a more to me I took it more as like you're not actually going to remember.
Right. I took it as like an efficiency thing, which is about the amount that you remember. But also, like, if you think about it, the amount that you remember after one night of studying, then if you like tested yourself and you hadn't learned that information, then you'd have to dedicate more time to studying that same thing.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Okay. Anyway.
I think this is interesting for Lizzie specifically because he also later talks about how like a lot of these things are misdiagnosed and that maybe you just need to have better sleep habits.
Thank you, Ruby, for being on my side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's my same thing about productivity in general, and I feel like being well rested does contribute to productivity. Is productivity is not doing more things, it is
Yeah,
doing things more efficiently.
yeah. I don't
Yeah,
have any other
like
like standout things
yeah.
other than I mean, I feel like at the back of the book, which I did flip to because I didn't quite finish in time and read like the 12 steps for healthy sleep.
Mhm.
Like I think that is the main takeaway. Like
Yeah.
those are the main things to talk about.
Ruby mentioned like he talks about bipolar disorder and sleep, but
Oh
also
yeah.
isn't he talking like more like sweepingly in general about mood disorders and the fact that like an unrested person can have all of these same things as like a person with severe mental health issues? Am I making up this book? Did I?
No, I just can't think of it right now because I'm a little loopy, but there was specifically a section about bipolar that I also thought that Lizzie should get to because I found it interesting. Basically just about like how much sleep is a treatment for mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Or like how much more your swings can go.
Yeah.
With poor sleep. It's mainly general, but there are some specifics. Yup.
It's fair enough. That's fair enough. I do have to shout out the author because even though he talked about some pretty complex things, I thought he did a good job of breaking it down for a general audience.
I actually like really when he was talking about people remembering sequences, thought he was explaining that like learning that A comes before B, so inherently and like the sequence, so inherently A comes before E also was like, okay, clearly he's giving that to us as the example, but that's not the sequence. He was giving the people in the experiment a more difficult sequence.
Right.
The ABCs.
Yeah, theoretically.
Like it's like that's him explaining it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I actually like most of the work that he does is scary work to me because it's more neurocognitive. Like that is not what I'm good at.
Yeah. I think like overall though, like people need to know this. Because even I've been talking to Chris about like this is scaring me, and he's like, it's fine. Everyone's gonna be fine. I'm like, no, you're gonna die.
So that's what we took away from this.
That's what I took. How many times have I said that? Can you research this live to say how many times I said?
Quite a few.
Yeah, everybody's about to be hella sleeping. Well, it makes me think a lot about my kids' sleep habits also because Mabel is a bad bedtimer. And I'm like,
I'm also just glad that Bailey chose this book to force this evidence in your faces because I know before I have told you all to stop drinking coffee in the afternoon. Like I've said these things.
Well, yeah. I still will stand by. I don't think caffeine affects my sleep like a normal person, which he did mention in here that some people process caffeine like
differently, but also he mentioned like it's not necessarily how you're thinking it would affect.
Well, yeah. Right.
So like you
and I generally don't have like I don't never have afternoon coffee, but I like really hardly but sometimes I have soda pop, which is caffeine also.
Yeah.
Exactly. I also just think of my dad's sleep habits because he like watches TV till he goes to bed. I think he takes like ZQL almost every night. Like the people who need the information are not going to come get it. Also, I specifically mentioned the melatonin too because so many like people who recommend things for kids recommend giving kids melatonin because it's natural, and he's basically like you need to naturally make it, not just take a pill. Like it's
yeah.
Yeah, but neither. Sorry. Earlier. You're supposed to nap at 3 p.m.
Nap at work.
Facts.
And this is why we should be living in a country that allows siestas.
I mean, it is. He does talk about that in the book of just like how the way that our like structured work life now is not for how we naturally need to sleep.
Which is going all the way back to Abby's comment.
Right.
About why we don't sleep enough. Capitalism.
Exactly. Abby got the point.
Yep.
Like if I couldn't fall asleep, I would take one and instantly pass out.
She's talking about how it's a placebo for her. Like it just because it wouldn't work that quickly.
Oh, melatonin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Solution: make Connor read the book, and hopefully they realize that they should create a fake thing of melatonin gummies that are just gummies.
Facts. True facts. Okay, I don't have any other thoughts.
Okay.
My thoughts had empty. I liked it. Like I actually really did, but like there's just not that much to say.
Yeah. We should just sleep.
Yeah, everybody needs to sleep opportunity 9 hours a night. Sounds good.
Period.
Okay. Let's do that. Everyone go turn your thermostat down 3 degrees.
And then
get into bed.
Go lay in bed. Actually, though, he does say, if you're not tired when you're laying in bed, get out of bed.
Get back up.
But
I also think, like, how many people are saying that they can't fall asleep, but, like, are keeping their phone in their face until, like, if you're laying there with your eyes closed and can't fall asleep is different than TikToking.
Yeah. Okay, next month meeting this month.
Yes, August.
Last one.
Are we gonna do the thing, or are we not gonna do the thing?
Do you want to?
Do the people want to?
Okay, the question, friends, is we have 3 Junie B. Jones books that we need to read in the month of August. Do you want one of those to be live or not?
Do we want to read it aloud together again? That's the
give you a moment to respond.
Well, and then also I'm going to say this while we're live. We have discussed that another Magic Tree House has also came out.
Actually, I think it's 2.
Okay, there's more Magic Tree Houses also out. So we may need to be having some sort of September discussion as well.
Or maybe a month off and then come back.
Some sort of October discussion as well.
There we go.
Okay. Lizzie really would like to.
Okay.
It is long. I think that's what me and Martine talked about, is this is like, it is a longer book. So we'll just be really locking in for that.
Yeah. But as long as I'm mentally prepared for a longer live, then it will be fine. And what we can do is, for the other 2, Aloha and Dumb Bunny, we can just do it like we did this time, where we don't necessarily go chapter by chapter. We can do it a bit faster, and then we can read the turkey one. And
then be sad together that it's over.
Yeah, but thankful, because that's what the last book is about.
Oh.
Yeah. Ruby, I don't think you have to give up reading in bed.
Oh, no. It was like I think it was light specific also.
Yeah, but I think, like, even like the Kindle is not as bad because of the, like, e-ink.
I mean, do you have a Paperwhite? Yeah. Every time someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a Kindle, I'm gonna get this one," I'm like, the only Kindle that you should be getting is a Paperwhite.
Correct.
Like, otherwise just read on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're good. I think keep reading the book and you'll learn.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, before we meet later this month, we're reading Aloha and Dumb Bunny, and then we'll read Turkeys We've Loved and Eaten and Other Thankful Stuff together.
Yay! We're almost there.
Hooray!
We're friends.
Okay.
Goodbye!